What's up, guys, everybody? It's been a long time, but we're back with Outside the Lab, and it's your girl, Brian, like to infinity, and Brian, and today's guest of all guests, the best who edits these videos, is
Kyori Garcia. I'm the editor of this amazing podcast that everyone knows. Definitely. We're up there with Joe Rogan Experience, honestly.
like H3 level.
Yeah. We're H3 HD level as a podcast. It's finally, I'm taking the mask off. You can finally see me for all my glory. And then I'm the one that brings us together. Not Brian. I'm just kidding.
I'm just a pawn, okay? I'm just here.
This is my idea.
This will be his idea. But yeah, like, I'm so excited to bring him on, and I'm so excited to be back. Our scenery has changed. We're no longer, I'm not recording at the Beehive anymore, but Better Youth is still going to the Beehive, so shout out to them. Thank you for allowing us to bring our creativity there and work hard together. And I would like to bring in sponsor a little news thing. Better Youth is getting towards that Giving Tuesday that's on November 28th. And it's funded by the Change Reaction. And if people donate, they will match us with $25,000. So it can help many more youth in the future get to where their dreams are. And I'll leave all the information down where the information goes. So let's get started. So, Kyori Garcia, tell me about yourself. Or let people know. I know who you are, but let people know.
Yeah, hey, it's Kyori Garcia. I'm just a guy, honestly. I mean, I'm the video editor. Unfortunately for me, I'm good at video editing, so I have to be the video editor. No, it's not unfortunate. It's just I'm not really interested in, like, as interesting as the other podcast goers, podcast goers. I've listened to them all. Molly has the anime backstory. Is it like Dion?
Yeah, Keon.
Keon, he has the skills, the voice acting, the acting, the roasting of Brian for some reason.
He always come for me.
Yeah. Me, I'm a little bit more okay. I'm a bit nerdy. I like to draw. I like to write. I love to write. I love to edit. The drawing skills. I wish I could get some more drawing in, man. But I feel like I'm letting my little 12-year-old self down because by now, the way I was going when I was young, I should be like Picasso right now. But I've been getting complacent.
No, don't say that about yourself. You're doing pretty good. You're doing well. I even showcased, if you've been paying attention to our posts on Instagram and Facebook, I showcased some of his work. So come check that out. Give him all the love because he needs it. I don't know what's with this imposter syndrome. He's doing well. So, and he's very.
I am doing well. I am interesting. You just gotta get to know me, and that's why we're here.
Yes, this is your episode. So to start off the interesting, how did you get into Better Youth? I think we started the same year.
Yeah, we started the same year. Well, yeah, we were with Jason. That is so crazy.
Yeah.
to think about. Oh my goodness, how far we've come. But yeah, I was at. Oh, it's a little bit of an anime backstory, right?
Yep, your anime backstory.
I was like my ninth year. I was gonna say in college. My ninth year in college. My ninth grade, high school. Freshman. Mm-hmm. I went to a different school. And it was like Shadokanogi Hills. It was in the Valley, and that place was so sick. But I was a little dummy.
Why? Why were you a dummy?
Well, first of all, Kanoga Hills is pretty far. It's in the Valley, so I live in South Central LA. Yeah, that's a kind of a ride over there. So you have to take a bus in the morning. It's a huge opportunity. And I had to say, I kind of squandered that opportunity. I met some amazing people that probably have forgotten about me, but I haven't forgot about you. Some amazing people, some real good friends. But Kyori back then, he wasn't big on his grades. So
Uh,
I so ninth grade year that like when I graduated, when I passed ninth grade year and those grades came in and they weren't really looking too good, yeah, my mom pulled me out. I had to go to Washington. Washington isn't a bad place. It's just, not as fun as as Canoga. But in film class, Mr. McCain, if anyone knows who Mr. McCain is, when it was COVID, I was in film class in the Zoom and Sid came in and I didn't say a word. I didn't get on the camera. But she was just talking about Better Youth. This is their startup. And I was like, Mr. McCain, he encouraged me to apply for it. I was like, fine, I'll apply. And next thing you know, that's just a decision of my life. I literally don't know where I would be if I didn't apply that day. I got to meet some great people. I got to do some great things here. Look, I'm on the podcast. Is that not the peak of success?
see, and you're sitting here saying, "Oh man, I wish I could be better." I mean, like, look at you. You're already doing the best you can. Just take your time with life. I mean, the stories that people put out all the time try to showcase what our life is supposed to, in this path we're supposed to take. But sometimes life doesn't just work that way. Sometimes it works the way we want to. Like, if you want to start college like later in life and deal with the mess,
the mess, quotation marks.
yeah, the mess of life, then do that. Like, that's your decision. Once you become an adult, your life is in your own hands, and nothing else can change that. Your passions, and that's all up to you. So, don't worry, Kyori, you got this. It might be slow right now, but it's getting up there, okay?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
I hope so, because you're not acting like
I'm doing great things. I'm doing great things right now. I got YouTube going. That's got some buzz. Maybe one of these days I'll have a PewDiePie collab or something like that.
Or you might be the PewDiePie. You never know. Yeah. Like, you might even be bigger than PewDiePie.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, so don't worry.
I will take the throne from the Swedish man.
Such an
Just kidding, PewDiePie. We love you.
So, like, but you brought up your YouTube channel. Tell us about that.
Oh man, what a freaking turn, man. The YouTube channel, like, growing up, I always had that. Everyone has that phase where it's like, I want to be a famous YouTuber. I want to move in a house with all my friends. I never grew out of that phase. Maybe I dropped move out of the house with all my friends, but I never grew out the YouTube phase. So as a kid, I would always post on YouTube trying to make things work. Back then, I thought those things were gems. Like, I thought I was making some real masterpiece, like some Martin Scorsese, this is cinema type stuff, type videos. And it's just like, they were bad. They were like stick figure animations on like free like stick figure like programs. And I was just posting them. Then I would do those little tributes where you put a bunch of like stolen images together with some music over it. And I would do that. The first video that I ever made was this FNAF video. Well, not ever made. This FNAF video that got views. It was this FNAF video called Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. It was a bunch of pictures, like a slideshow of pictures I found on the internet. Some of them we could tell I just screenshotted from my phone because I had everything, like my everything on it, like my battery and my freaking toolbar. It was annoying. But for whatever reason, I got like a bunch of views. It didn't get like 100K, but I think it was like 20K or something. And I got a bunch of subscribers for that.
Whoa, that's it. And you keep saying, "Oh man, no, like Picasso, bro. Like, if Picasso was alive."
I don't want to claim that, honestly, because that first video was bad. But it gets better. It gets better. After that, the views are down. I had to take a big break because of school and life, and I don't have any video ideas, and I'm a little kid, coming up with these like stupid ideas that when you're a kid, you don't know it was bad at the time. You're just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I come back later. Apex Legends this is battle royale, and that's the craze I'm in right now. Because when it first came out, I was like really into it. I'm making Apex videos. I decide because comedy has always been a central point. Uh, I decided to make a video making fun of the season, like the new season that was coming out. I made a fake trailer for it. That one got like 100K views, and I was like, wow. It was like bad. It was a bad video, but it was funny. Like, and that was like the end of the first taste of like virality. But just like the Wolf in Sheep's clothing video, it kind of just like that was like a one-hit wonder. I posted more Apex videos. Nothing really came from it. And then I decided to change it. I tried to change gears, and I went back to FNAF. You know, I went back to the roots, and that started to get decent traction. Nothing too big. 1K views.
Hey, that's a lot.
Yeah, 1K views. That's kind of like the motivator. It was that's when I really started to take it seriously, quote unquote. But like, you know, seriously, it's just in quotation marks because I would just post a video talking about, oh man, this FNAF story thing. It's kind of wacky, it's kind of goofy, and then I would post it and then get mad that I wasn't getting any traction, and that was kind of like the biggest problem at a certain point. That's kind of what like the most YouTubers go through is getting past those 100 views days. Then another break came in. I made a funny video talking about which FNAF character had the best design. 20K views. That was pretty good. And people loved it. People loved talking about my picks because sometimes I just be yapping. I'm not gonna lie. I be yapping and saying stuff, speaking out of my butt. And people like to comment, just making fun of me. It's just like, what is he on about? But it's all love, you know. I don't let it get to me. And then the major breakthrough happened. I made a nostalgia video about the FNAF ending, and that is 200K views.
See,
and then and what's crazy about it, it wasn't the best video, in which I acknowledged, and since everyone like had liked it, I made another one, and then I made it, and then that one made 200K views too, and the video I posted alongside that made 100K, and I was like, whoa,
oh my god,
there's something in this.
Exactly. I can
so
relate
right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So right now, I got a successful thing going. Right now.
Of course,
and I feel like I'm in the right place. You know, right now doing current events. I have I have other stuff I gotta be doing. You know, it's kind of hectic. I'm pretty sure you've seen the animation community, the animation cohort. We're running on a deadline, so I'm trying to support them as much as I can. Getting over sickness. I don't want to abandon an audience. So I'm trying to get everything I gotta do now, and then I gotta get back into YouTube.
Yes, you have to.
I don't want to squander this opportunity.
Yeah,
because I feel like the work does speak for itself, but you know, I can't be like a dad and be like, I'm gonna go get the cigarettes. I'll be back when I get back. And then post a video 3 months later, acting like nothing happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of did that. But yeah, I could relate. Yeah, I could relate to that so much. I'm surprised I'm even doing podcasting. Like for years, people have been telling me like, "Oh my gosh, you're so funny. You gotta do YouTube. You gotta do YouTube. You just got to." Like I used to be. Well, I mean, I started, but I used to be very much in video games a lot, and I played this game. Well, I played many games. I played Animal Crossing and this game called IED. It's like Dead by Daylight, but like a little bit cuter, not as scarier, you know? And I was playing with big YouTubers of that scene. And like I was just making my commentaries just making like, because I suck at games. I'm not gonna lie, I suck at games. But my commentary is funny. Like I even got to be like this main character I play. He's like a little clown or jokester, or acrobat.
Yeah.
Called
Yes.
Mike Morton. I named myself Mikey Morty on Discord.
It's
But I
Mikey
got
Lowell. Is that the backstory of your name?
Mikey Morty. Yeah. And I would make people laugh so much, but I never made a YouTube channel from that. Um, People kind of just use my commentary, and coming into better use, mm, people started noticing that talent again, and now I'm here, the host of the show of Outside the Lab. So if something is calling you, maybe just dig a little deep into it. You don't want to miss an opportunity, like Kyori says. Okay, he's getting his
Yeah,
bag.
wasted potential sucks. Wasted potential is just so depressing. If you guys are ever like have some talent into something, at least try it out. Because with me, I don't want to be at a gas station knowing I could freaking make the most killer videos on YouTube.
Mhm. And so,
Sometimes you just gotta go for it.
hmm and so,
Yeah.
so pivot to your favorite thing, video game. So,
Yes, video games.
what's the latest game you're into right now?
Well, right now, it's Minecraft, but usually I like there's games you play by yourself, and there's games you have to play with your friends because that's the only thing they like.
Yeah.
They love playing these competitive shooters. Like we play Overwatch, we play Apex, we play Fortnite, just all those games. Oh yeah, and we also play Call of Duty, but only when a specific game when it comes out. And
Mhm.
it's always on that. It's always that rotation of games that I'm kind of roped into because I like hanging out with my friends and they like playing those games. But like you said, I suck. I suck at games. Occasionally you'll go off. You get that good. You get those few good games.
Oh
And
yeah.
then you get humbled. You get humbled immediately right after. And realize, maybe I'm not as cool as I thought I was at this game.
Yeah, I
And
can relate to that. Like, because in IDV, like,
yeah.
basically like a tag online game, or like or like whatever. And I would have these games where like, oh man, I'm running away so well. These little monsters can't catch me. What you gonna do? Catch me? And I would just be like, teasing the hunter after the battle, and then the next match, like my friends, they would play hunters, and when I tease them, they'll target me personally. There's like 4 other people in the team, but no, they're like, no, we're going after Mikey. We're gonna get you for sure. And then, as they're torturing me, like in the game, you put them on a chair, and then they blast off into space.
Oh,
But they didn't do that to me. They'll knock me out and then let me bleed out, and then hear me scream and cry like, please, yes, yeah, I was just kidding. I love you. Making them like trying to make them like kiss up to me, and then if they do give me a chance and I get away, I just go back to like teasing them to get them matter. But yeah, I can relate to that so much.
Yeah, gaming. It sucks for me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, because it's always like it's always like playing video games that just make you mad
Oh.
for me. But we got Minecraft now. That's something I can enjoy.
Oh
I
yeah.
love playing some Minecraft sometimes. I'm not like an aficionado. I don't like play 24/7 because
Mhm.
Matthew in the animation cohort, I don't know how he does it.
Oh,
He
wow.
plays like he can put in sessions where he's on for like hours. I can't do that. I'm over here trying to build my base because in the BTS,
Mhm.
well, the BTS light that's gonna be on December 10th. Uh, since Sean told me to hold off on like doing anything major, we came to the compromise of doing a world tour, Minecraft world tour, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would be super fun. And then I looked at my base and it's just like, oh, I need to finish this. So I've been grinding on Minecraft, finishing it, finishing building my base and playing with my friends. We've been grinding that out. It's been super fun. I'm just kind of like I like building. It's very therapeutic, especially once you get past past the what do I build here phase. How do I make this look good phase? And you just start free building. It's all good. Like, it's fun seeing your thing come together. That's why I
Hmm.
love playing Minecraft. Yeah, I mean,
I
that's pretty much.
I used to play it myself with my friends. Like um a group of my friends on Discord, we made like a big Minecraft server where people created their own countries. And
Yeah.
I had a little island and I called it Chicken Nugget Island. And there was a chicken nugget god. We had a whole like the whole community came up with folklore for my chicken nugget island and how the god chicken nugget became. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And then because of the popularity, people started getting jealous, and they would like other countries would attack my island so many times and steal it and destroy all the buildings I made. So until like they
Sounds
nuked the
horrible.
whole world. Like, oh, I was like, oh my
Oh, that's just a casual, one up. That's how it's gonna escalate.
gosh. Yeah, but that's really
That sounds
fun.
cool though.
Yeah,
I really want to have that major Minecraft world moment
mhm,
because we built a server for the Better Youth
mhm.
like the animation core, and then people started joining up and then they just kind of disappear. I
Uh,
really yearn for that like major community Minecraft server where it's just like people are always online. There's always something to do, always something fun to do. That'll be
mhm.
super fun. I would love to make a server for like if I assuming anytime soon I get the fan base, I would love to make a Minecraft server for my YouTube community. Just do
Yes,
little
let's
challenges
do
and
that. I would like to join.
everything.
I would
Yeah,
like
that'd be
to.
super cool.
I would like to be the most hated person again. Uh,
I can I can make those videos just like I put 1,000 people to simulate a war or something like that. I
yeah,
said I made several factions. Who could make the
yes.
best city? Stuff like
Who
that.
could make the best faction?
Yeah, it'd be
Um,
super fun to play along on those vibes, on those worlds.
and so tell us about your artwork. What is your behind the scenes? What are you like? How did you get into artwork?
Oh yeah, it all for me. It started with I don't know if anyone can relate, but like Mark Curley,
Mm.
Mark Curley. But if you can't relate to Mark Curley, it's just the act of like looking at being at kids, like
Mhm.
being a kid. Yeah, not looking at kids. Don't take that out of context. Being a kid,
Awkward
being a
laugh.
kid, and then being a kid and looking at YouTube tutorials and
Mhm.
just be like, how do I draw this? How would I draw that? And then that's just kind of sparked the like inspiration to draw. And I started getting good at it because writing and
Mhm.
drawing go hand in hand with me
Mhm.
because I always enjoy creating stuff.
Mm.
I love writing. It's like good. It's like amazing. So I would always create these worlds and these characters, and actually I just draw them. It's just like, hey, this dude's flame. You can use fire powers. I know creative. And it's like, and I just have a world molded around them, and I just like, and that's how kind of the drawing became. Recently, it's more been just like I just love creating characters. I love character design. I love character design and concept because when I try to character design, it doesn't go as well. But I love it in concept. I love creating characters. I love just doing one offs, drawing them. But recently I haven't drawn enough.
Mm.
And when you're an artist that hasn't drawn enough, you always default to like, I'll draw every day. The next day you don't draw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would really love to get good at drawing. But
Mhm.
as it stands, see that I don't put it on the top priority list. Or my other
Mm.
talents just take up the majority. It's mainly video editing that's been consuming everything.
Mhm.
I would love to write more as well because I love writing. That's something
Mm.
I've expressed a lot. I love writing stuff. It's fun, okay? I love being the idea man. I love bringing ideas to the table.
Mm.
Sometimes I'll even freaking yap one to ChatGPT because I have no one else to yap to about story ideas. I literally just log into ChatGPT, ChatGPT, and I'd just be talking to him like, yo, so there's a story idea. I want to have this. I want to have that. I wanted to be this. I want this character to die. And I'll just be yapping for like hours on hours and then fleshing out an entire story idea that I don't even freaking use. It's so fun.
Oh man, I could really
And if
do
I just had
that.
the skills to draw, it'll be amazing. But yeah, I want to see. I want to see what you have to say about that
I
facet of
actually have a
creativity.
question for you, like a real
Yeah.
question, like real to your bones. So like get ready. Is it because you're
Okay, I'm
busy?
ready. I'm ready.
So is it because you're busy, or is it really because you feel like you're scared to get to that point, or you're scared that you won't be
Uh,
able to meet that point, your expectations?
that's more so like it. I'm
Mm.
still like I'm scared to meet that I won't meet the expectation.
Mm.
Because whenever it came to anything to me,
Mm.
picking up something new, I don't like to struggle. I
Mm.
struggle if I'm really don't want to do something, and then it's a bad experience trying to learn it. 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna pick it up again. For example, we picked up Toon Boom animation program, uh, in an animation cohort. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna grind this out. Oh my god, I'm gonna put in so many shots. First time I did put in any shots, like the first time I started animating, it sucked. It was hard. I gave up. with, with drawing, it's not to the same effects.
Mm.
It's just I have so many big ideas. I have so many high expectations. I have so many things I want to do that when I draw and it doesn't come out, even when the drawing's not even that bad, it just wasn't the vision. I just scrap the whole thing and I'd be like, I'll draw something else.
Mm-hmm.
Or worst case scenario, I don't draw for the rest of the day.
Mm.
And then there's another like couple weeks breaks in between drawing, which is a bad habit. And it sucks being surrounded, it's kind of like the imposter syndrome, I guess. It really sucks being surrounded by so many like amazing talented people in animation
Mm-hmm.
that it's kind of just like, man, you guys got it.
Yeah.
like, for example, like I had to relinquish my shots
Mm-hmm.
to someone else,
Uh,
which wasn't that bad because I did a little scratch animation. I did pretty much did the whole scene, but it's just
mm.
like, you know, the first pass. And I had to give it to someone else because they do it faster, they knew it better, and their whole vision was way more thought out and more
Mm.
applied to the project than anyone else's at the time. So I had to hand it out, and give it up pretty much. And you know, he did it. It was amazing. Like,
Mm.
I could have never did this.
Mm.
And I'm like, and it's kind of like that. I was kind of glad that I gave it up because it's like I would rather someone else with the vision that has the talent do something I can't.
Mm.
Because like, and then it's just kind of like, and then I go into that like mentality. It's just like, you know, I'm not good enough. I'll be
Oh.
honest. You know, I'm not where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just maybe this drawing thing, just, you know, it's not gonna come naturally or soon. So, you know, that's
Mm.
fine. You know, man, I still got writing on my back. You know,
Yeah.
I got these videos I'm making.
Mm.
Like, you know, I can just fall back on that, right, guys? And, you know, that's kind of the mentality of when it comes to drawing. And I wish I
Yeah.
could get out of it because I really want to be a good artist.
Actually, I can.
Sucks.
Yeah, I could actually relay on that because
Yeah.
these last couple years I haven't been drawing as I used to, and due to me having epilepsy, I forgot a lot of the stuff I learned in college about making storyboards and stuff like that. And every time
Yeah.
I tried to draw, it wasn't coming out as I was seeing it in my head, and I wasn't drawing as well as I used to, and that was really eating at me. So I just stopped and like focused on social media for better use. And you know what? I'm like, maybe one day I'll get better, or maybe this isn't for me. And it's just thinking like you, like, oh, I'm not gonna be as good and stuff. But this year I realized, if I continue to wait around for something to happen, it's never gonna happen. Sometimes you just gotta suck and get better, you know? Like
Yeah.
like I'm getting better right now. I'm drawing like after I had like a little depression episode a month ago. I realized, I was like, no, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be stuck. I want to keep going. My life, it could end anytime. And how would I feel if I felt like I wasn't able to achieve what my dreams were. And so I got off my sad little butt and I started working. Like I started getting into drawing and writing again, and like Better Youth has helped me. I like going to the Beehive because it's so energizing to me. Like I like working with groups than working by myself because I like
Yeah.
bouncing ideas back and forth with people and like showing like, oh my gosh, and then seeing their unexpected, like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect you to be this good. Like like you're here, but I didn't expect you could do this. Like even with acting, I haven't done acting since like high school. And when I did acting for one of our little events, he's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so good! I didn't expect you could do that." And a really great guy. He was a voice actor for Rock Lee. I think you were there for that.
No, I wasn't there, but I was
Oh,
in the Zoom.
you should have been there. But yeah, like he gave me so many compliments on my acting. He was like, "Oh my gosh, why aren't you doing this?" Like, and I was like, because I'm insecure about how I look and my ability to act, and that's been really stunting me because I'm like, oh, people who are beautiful and from a certain demographic get into films and stuff, and I don't think I will ever reach that. Or my voice is too, there's a lot like in Discord and stuff. People say I sound like a little boy, or yeah, and like so I'm like,
You
maybe.
should voice Timmy in our animation. Yeah.
Will they
You
pick somebody else?
yeah, unfortunately, I'd have been like, no, we need to get Breon on this right now.
Yeah, but like, yeah. But I get where you're coming from because I was in that state, and I'm still kind of a little in that state, but I continue to push myself. And my mentor, Ryan, like, I don't know why he stayed with me for 3 years. Like, my, my, um, my drawing has been not the best, and he's just an amazing artist, and he's so positive and so amazing. Like, shout out to Ryan. He's the best storyboard artist ever, ever. I don't care what anybody else say, okay? He might have bigger names out there. I don't care. Ryan's the best. So yeah, but I can totally understand where you're coming from. But I think you should really push yourself because I don't want you to give up on your dreams so soon before you even know. Because there's like a little story. Um like a little kid like decided not to open the box or the present because he thought he wasn't going to get anything this year. But he totally missed out on the opportunity. So don't be like that little kid. Okay, Kyori? You got this.
I'm
I
not the
believe
little kid.
you. Continue drawing. I think you're really good. I even showcased you in the artist showcase. So
Yeah, it's just like yeah, I want to get better. It's just like it's hard to when you compare yourself. It's like comparison. It's like the whatever the quote was, the thief or something. So whatever Abraham Lincoln or George Washington said, but comparison is bad. That's what it boils down to. It's like seeing like people younger than you. Like you're in the Discord, you know what I mean? I know. You look into art showcase.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, that's crazy. It's just like I remember when everyone was showing their art in art showcase, and they just had nothing to show. And I was, man, I've fallen behind, and I was like, man, I got to draw something. Because like with me, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just being depressing. Because the way I operate, I'm past that depressing thing. It's just like, oh man, I'll never be good enough. Oh man, I suck. No, it's just like I call myself out. I call my flaws out, and I'm just like, yeah, maybe I'll just get better. Like it's not just like, oh, I can't do it anymore. It's just like maybe I'll get better. And to my credits, I mean not to my credit. Yeah, sometimes I do just give up. Honestly, it's just like I can't do this. It sucks. Why would I try to draw if I got? Oh, I don't think I should call it any names. I mean, I'd be hyping them up.
Yeah.
Still, if I got a random Joe Smo in the Discord right now posting this entire mural that belongs in an art museum, it's just like, you know, it's just gotta like, I just gotta just say I'm not there yet, and one day, well, hopefully, I'll get there. And it's just a process. It takes practice. It takes works, and it does take a little bit of frustration, and suffering, which is an off-putter for me. But I just gotta keep doing it. And honestly, I feel like because the skill is there. It's I'm at the point where if I gave up drawing, it would be wasted potential. Because like I feel like if I gave up right now, I would be giving up. Like because I have something to mold here. The skill's there. It's not like I'm working with nothing. It's not like I'm drawing stick figures in the sun in the corner of the paper. No, I do draw decently. It's just, not harnessing that power. I'm not harnessing that omega power, I guess.
And I have a question though.
Yeah.
Is there, because I think this, but is there anything certainly about your artwork that you get compliment on, like that you don't feel the compliment? Like, oh, if a person says, oh, it's, this is good, or this is cute, like, does it make you feel like it's not cute? Or, because for me, I feel like if a person really pays attention to the detail in the work, they'll say, oh, like, I get the feeling that this character is showing the emotion, or this character's really showing motion. That's what I see as a compliment instead of like, oh, this is good, or this is cute,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, it's just the general broad compliments that just kind of like feel like, they mean well, but it seems like just like a nothing breaker of a statement. It's just like, yeah, your drawing's cool. I'll put it on the fridge for you.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about the specifics of what you did, it seems more, endearing. Like, it's just like, oh man, I like the way you characterize this character. Like, I like the pose you chose. You can see really the line weight or whatever. All the broad terms, the buzzwords that'll make an artist go crazy.
Yeah, but I also think like for me, it makes me feel like, okay, I'm delivering what my intentions were. My idea in my head is being read by other people, and people understand that because people have perceptions, their own perceptions of the world and artwork and movies, television, video games. So you'll never really get the 100%. But when people give that compliment of what you were really trying to showcase, really like gets me. So I feel happy when I hear that.
Yeah, I love that too. Especially like bringing it back to YouTube. I like when people compliment me about my editing. So I feel like I make FNAF videos. Let's put that on the table. I make FNAF videos about Five Nights at Freddy's. I would consider myself, B-list. I think I consider myself a C-list FNAF YouTubers. B, you got your people like, I don't know, like, Ritos. These names probably would be nothing right now, but like, yeah, your FNAF theories like Ritos. You got Pastra. You got all those people like that are like, B-list. Then above at A-list, you get Markiplier, you get Game Theory, stuff like that. I'm C-list, and people on C-list, I don't mean to be like mean or anything, but as a person who really lives the craft of like video editing, I look at their videos and I'm just like, man, these videos are so boring. Because like, hear me out. Because like, when people make FNAF videos, like C-list users make FNAF videos, all they do is they talk in a monotone voice. They put footage of FNAF, and they just talk over it. That's all it takes. And they get like a gazillion views or whatever. And occasionally they'll put pictures of what they're talking about, or they'll have like a little PNG tuber, like a little avatar they use. And it just seems like so boring. But when I make my videos, I try to do that because, editing, like any craft, like animating, writing, any creative craft, it takes a while. It takes a while when you want to do things right too. You want to make things good. So I try to take that route, but it's like, certain sections, like I don't have to go really hard on the editing here. I can just put like, I could just put some footage of FNAF, just put like Markiplier plays FNAF and I'll talk over it. And I just second guess myself and I end up like taking another freaking week on a video because I wanted to add a little cool graphic or cool animation to the video. It's kind of like people just don't make good videos. That's a little mean. People make good videos. It's just like people make boring videos. That's I have to say. But we don't want to bring it back to YouTube. I don't want to cause a war.
No, don't worry. I also have a question. So with YouTube, you've been on it for a long time, and I'm sure you have your phase and stuff. Is there any of your phase that you've outgrown that you feel like now that you're older and wiser, like, oh, maybe what they're saying or what they're doing is too childlike, and it's weird because you're older now and you grew up with them, but they're still stuck in the mindset. Have any YouTubers or content have made you feel that way?
Not. I'm pretty sure there is, but not really because I haven't really like paid attention to the landscape all that much. I mean, it's cause it's eras of YouTube pretty much. People have gone by doing AMVs or it's like Linkin Park and Naruto.
Oh yeah.
People have gone by doing pictures where it's just like doing videos where it's just a slideshow of people with soul and artwork and music already. People have outgrown it. And I feel like with YouTube, seeing as it's like separated in eras, everyone just kind of conforms, and you'll have those like people that that do their own thing and it works. And because usually a bunch of factors. Because sometimes when you do your own thing, it doesn't mean jack shoots. I don't want to curse. Jack shoots. It's an algorithm. It's you got to do what you got to do to make YouTube videos. When you're doing your own thing without any rhyme or reason, without any conformity to what's like popular, you're not guaranteed for success, which kind of sucks. But to answer your question, I haven't seen anything that people still do. Because I can't think of any YouTubers I subscribe to that still do the same thing. Like from 2012, I mean, well, that's too far back for me. 2015, 2016. No one does any fake videos anymore. It's all. I don't think I've seen anyone that's still doing the same thing. It's kind of like an eater be eaten type world in YouTube.
For me, I did have this one YouTube channel that I used to watch a lot called JJK or Just Kidding Films. I was really into them beginning, like their very first videos. Like I thought they were so funny and stuff like that. But as I grew older and I watched a lot of their content, their whole thing was like say what you want to say, and be creative, and having this big group of people working together creatively to make stuff. But as I got older, I felt like their ideas and their beliefs were becoming childish. And no hate to them, that's just how some people are. But I was learning that I'm not liking their content as I did when I was little. Like, I wish I could, but it's just time for me to move on sometimes. And
it sucks too, because sometimes you wish certain YouTubers stayed the same, because it's just like it's not the fact if you're not a kid anymore. Remember, like this Minecraft YouTubers who no longer do anything because they fell off. Or some drama. You kind of wish you were a kid again watching their Minecraft videos. It's like in that regard, I wish they kind of stayed the same. I wish everything was still the same, but nah, things happen.
I used to watch this one YouTuber. He doesn't make videos as much anymore. I really liked it. He got to be a really big YouTuber. I forgot his name. But
not big enough of him. That's
no. I just have bad memory. I have epilepsy, so I have bad memory. But he would react to like scary stuff. But I was there when he was just doing video games and stuff, and I really liked it. And then like kind of like going on off. And I'm like, oh, I really like this stuff. And he was super funny. So, but yeah, I actually haven't been watching gaming channels as I used to. I don't even know if there is anymore. Probably sure there is, but
Yeah, there's quite a few. You see, you get the same people. Like, I still watch Markiplier. I still watch Corey Kenshin when he.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about. Corey Kenton.
Yeah. Yeah, I still watch him when he wants to upload. Right now, he's on his little hiatus. I think he's in Japan right now.
Yeah, but I really loved his stuff. Like, man, and now he just posts like every blue moon.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, that's the YouTube talk. I kind of want to talk about because we covered video editing, which is YouTube.
Mhm.
We're drawing. I want to talk about writing.
Right? Go ahead. It's your episode.
I know it's not. I'm a slave. I
No.
free me
No.
from beyond's grasp.
No, don't listen.
I'm in her basement right now.
Oh, don't listen.
Please.
Say anything else, Kyori.
Yeah. What do you think about writing, Rian?
I love writing. I actually so since I have epilepsy, I said I actually in the past I've done a bunch of internships for like film based internships, and I did a lot of writing, and I totally forgot I won an award for best writer. I don't know why I forgot that.
Success.
I used to be at this program called Kids in the Spotlight, and I think almost for a year you go to a studio. Well, what I did, we went to a studio at I think Warner Brothers, or I forgot which one it was, but it was one of those. I think it was Fox. Yeah, we went to Fox and we learned about writing, and we would create our own films, and then we'll put it into like a competition at the end. And in our competition, there were 8 other films, and we were working. Our group, we had 2 different films, and our film won second place, and the other film won first place. But they said they were I found out recently that actually the way they decided was they was having a hard time making that decision because our films were so good. They even was starting to bet money, like, oh my gosh, like I'll give this money if you do this, and so they came to the decision, we'll let the other film have best film, and then my film be second place, but we'll get best writers. And that's what I did, and I totally forgot that. I don't know why I did, but yeah. But I really like writing, and people seem to like my odd ideas. I have really I make stories, I like making horror, but psychological horror. So it's like more a reflection of yourself and the horrors of yourself as a person. And
I remember your stories. I remember back in first year Better You.
Yes.
You told us about I think it was like about a camp, right?
No, I was supposed to do, so I had a short I was supposed to do with you guys called Tough Guys Sleep with Nightlights. And it was about how, when you're a little kid and you're scared to when you go to the bathroom, but you have to go back to your room and there's that long hallway of darkness. And so you try to run back as fast as possible so whatever magical thing doesn't come and catch you. And so I wanted to create that feeling with Tough Guys Sleep with Nightlight. And it was a little short about a little guy who thought he was a tough guy. No, Tough Guys Sleep with, yeah. Did I say no nightlights? No, I think I said Tough Guys Sleep with Nightlight. And he believed, oh, I don't need a nightlight. I'm a big, tough kid, But he gets kidnapped at the end. And then it transforms into a commercial like, that's why you need her. Like, with the weird little creepy character saying that. And that's what I wanted to, but I lost the file and I had to come up with another story superhero. Another quick story, because I think at the end we had to come up with our own little story things. Yeah, and
Yeah.
so a week before that, I lost the files, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, all this hard work! What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I can't redraw everything." So I come up with another story about how to be a superhero. That's exactly the name of it. And I did stop motion with little toys I had, and it was about this little mouse bear thing. Uh, he wanted to show how he became a superhero, but he got beat up by the villain, and comes to find out the little kid was the superhero. So, and that's how you'd be a superhero. So that's what I do. I like
That's,
doing weird stories like that. So,
that's super cool.
uh-huh.
It seems like you like doing short stories. I
Oh
could have
no, no,
swore.
no! I have a
Oh yeah.
long story I'm actually working on right now. It's called Sleeping in the Park. I think I've talked about it on the previous episode, but it's about um a ghost boy who doesn't know he's a ghost, but
Ooh.
he's trying to make friends with this new girl that moved in next door, and they're just trying to he's just trying to know what it feels like to be a real boy, and but the whole world around him is kind of stopping that. So you gotta pay attention when that comic comes out. So
I'm glad. That's good. I'm glad you're doing stuff with that. Yeah, I like writing too. I could have swore you pitched an idea back in when Jason was at every facility. It was about like a camp or something, and
whoa, I
there were a
think I
bunch
know
of
what you're
kids.
talking about. I don't remember the name
Yeah, a
of the
bunch of
story.
kids.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't exactly remember the name of the story, but it was about these three kids going to a campground, and there's gonna be something spooky. Uh, I forgot what it's about, but I still have the drawings for that. Um,
Yeah.
I really loved that story because it was for my class. I was taking animation at the time, and we had to come up. It was for a story, no, character design class, and we had to come up with like a whole plethora of characters. Oh yeah, and the villain, the head person of the camp was a disabled goat, and I thought it was so funny.
Oh yes, I remember the goat. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember the goat. Yeah.
there's a funny story behind that goat picture. Because for Halloween in my character design class, he told us like you have to make a vampire and you have to use the color red. And of course, everybody's gonna do the regular vampire kind of guy, right? No,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, I have to make this funny. Like I have to make this different. And so it came to mind. I was like, what if goat that was disabled, his back legs didn't work, and he could only get around with wheels. And his downside was he couldn't go upstairs. And like when I told my teacher that, like he was already tired of my shenanigans, but he was like, "Oh my gosh, of course you would do something like this." But yeah, I like making like something so random weirder. Like I don't know if you've seen anime called Mickey and Dolly. Oh my gosh, then
No, I haven't heard of it. Not familiar.
it is so out of pocket because it's about like twin boys who get adopted, but the thing is, the parents only know they adopted one person. They don't know they adopted two kids. And so the brothers have to pretend to be one person to stay in the house and to figure out where their missing mom went. And it's just so funny. And it tries to give that creepy vibe, but when it gives the creepy vibe, it turns into a whole like wacky mess. The way they animated them laughing is just so funny. Like in one of the episodes, they go to one of the boys that they made I don't think they made friends with. He's mean. But they went to that they had camp with, right? They go over to his
Yeah.
house, and the kid was bullying him and doing all this stuff, and he got tired of it. And he started whacking the boy. It was so funny. And the bully was just so amazed because the bully thought he was just this weak boy. It was just funny. You guys gotta check it out. So yeah.
That's a shout out. We're sponsored actually.
Yeah, just sponsor me, please. Crunchyroll. I need extra money, please. But yeah.
But yeah, that's good to hear. I'm glad we had a full writing here.
Yeah. What about you? Don't you have stories? I don't want to be talk about all my stories.
No, this is your episode, remember?
No, yours.
I'm the host of this podcast. No, just kidding. Yeah. I like making stories. As you can probably tell, about how much time they keep going on about writing.
But what is the story?
I do a variety of stories. Mainly, my go-to is horror comedy. I used to watch this. Well, I guess listen to this audiobook. It's called Tales from the Gas Station. And it's like it's the generic, like, quiet town no one knows. You can't point it on a map that has a bunch of creepy stuff going on, like Gravity Falls. And it's like, normally those types of stories would be told by, like a police officer, a police officer on the job, investigating detectives, or, a bunch of kids that are like curious and wants to uncover the truth behind the story. Like literally Gravity Falls. But no, he decides to tell it from the perspective of gas station workers. So it's like, it's so hilarious, where it's like, it has that mundane humor, or it's just like, they're kind of thrust into these like world ending, like horrific events, but it's kind of like, from their perspective, it's just like, oh my God, the skeleton clogged the toilets again. Like, it's just like, it's super funny. And I just enjoy that super like mundane, it's kind of like, things are tackled with a almost like normal perspective. And I love that type of humor, and it's been inspiring me to write my own series, kind of like the same gimmick, but not like the gas station workers.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like adult Gravity Falls, pretty much. And I just love writing comedy. Comedy is so fun because we'll cut that out because in animation, the original idea was making a bunch of skits. And the moment I heard we were making a bunch of skits, because it was gonna be like mad, cyanide and happiness, ADHD, just a bunch of like
Robot Chicken.
experience. Yeah, Robot Chicken. Just a bunch of sketches together. The moment I heard that, I went to work with developing an entire idea about just two guys in the forest. They find a pet skinwalker. Like, oh, what skinwalker went to go? The creatures that turn into other people, and animals. They found like one of their friend wakes up in the middle of the night, and he's just like calls them. They come outside. It's just like, look, man, I got this pet Wendigo. It's like, man, it's just like they have like this whole argument. It's just like, we can't keep a pet Wendigo. It's all, come on, she's super cool. Look, she can turn into celebrities. It's like, do a Tom Holland impression. And then, it's just like super funny.
Oh my
but the next, literally overnight, they changed the idea, and I couldn't do it.
Oh.
I wrote an entire script, and I even started doing a storyboard and animatic for it.
Why don't
Just
you do
for
it
like
this year?
Well, I can't.
Yes, you can.
I have to work on. I have to work at this project. I'm shackled to this project in the BTS, and I can't. I mean, really next year, because we're gonna be doing our own projects, the fellows. I'd be a second year fellow this time. But yeah, I just, all that to say, it's just like, I love writing. I love creating worlds. Everyone has that, like, every writer has that one world they've been like, they go back to, they love to develop, and probably make nothing out of, but it's super fun to talk about. I have a couple of those worlds. Like I said, I love talking to ChatGPT. I don't use AI for the evil work. I just use the AI to talk to people, like to talk to someone. I'd be like, hey, what do you think of this? It's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. What about this? What about this? It's super fun. I love writing stories. I think like one of my all-time goals is to write a book. I don't do. I've been working on a book so far. It's just like a docs, has a bunch of words on it. As docs do. And yeah, I've been enjoying writing, and I wish I could write more. I do write a lot, but I wish I could really zero down on a project because I feel like if I did, I would get a lot done. But I just need some writing buddies. I feel like I had some
Yes.
writing buddies. You know, we just bounced off of it. We had a book club.
Yes.
you had a you had a writing club. We work on each other's ideas. I feel like that would be super cool. Same with drawing. If I had a bunch of groups of people to draw with, I feel like it would be amazing. Same
Actually,
with YouTube too. Yeah.
I think Sid wanted me to do that with Diego. I think he's another cohort fellow.
Yeah, Diego.
Yeah, and Sid was like,
We all love that
"Dude,
guy.
why don't you make a group and like bounce ideas off of each other? Make sure you guys get this done." And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, but I'll do it.
We should
So I've been on Diego.
totally do that.
So yeah, Kyori, you have to join.
Yeah, I'm totally down. I would totally be down to be scouting out new members too, because I know there's like some creative minds in all the cohorts, and I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to find people that just like drawing. I mean, not drawing. No, that's another conversation. Just writing. Because if I had a group of people that are just like, you know, just book nerds. Well, I'm not really a book nerd. I haven't read. That's correct word. Read a book in a while.
What?
Just, you know, writing. Yeah, writing is just like, you know, I love writing. I love coming up with ideas. I call myself the idea man because I just love coming up with ideas.
I become a book nerd. I'm more of a manga, and I've been collecting them. And I don't collect like the stereotypical like AOT, Dragon Ball stuff like that. I stick to what I really like because I feel like when people collect, they just collect like what people are else collecting. But I collect the niche kind of stuff. I like horror and psychological and like romance, but like just different stuff. But yeah, I've been collecting a lot of like those kind of books because I love them a lot.
Yeah, I need to read more.
You do.
I bought a digital book and I still haven't finished it.
Oh my gosh. And it's digital.
Yeah.
What?
I have Jeff Bezos has my money because I bought it on Amazon.
Oh my god. Well, now the episode is coming to an end. Do you have anything else?
Wind down.
Yeah.
She look me up on MKG. Hey, if anyone wants to make YouTube videos together, you know where to find me. MKG. Hit comment on any video.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I'll most likely see it.
Yes, and I will post his information in this episode. Let us know who you are again.
I'm Kyori Garcia, the editor behind this podcast. I am always here. You just don't get to see me in the flesh.
He's a ghost.
Or hear me.
He's the shadow.
Yeah.
Batman. But yeah, just to remind you guys, we have an opportunity for Giving Tuesday on November 28th. If you want to give before that for our little campaign with Change Reaction, they will match us and with 25K. So please, I'll leave that information down below.
Bye-bye.